That's going to wrap it up for part 2 of this here Chevy Welding Bed build. We're going to talk about this in a second, but we have managed to get quite a bit done these past couple days. We've been jumping around as far as where we're at and the timeline and all that kind of stuff, but we managed to get quite a bit done. So just to kind of catch everybody up what we're doing here, obviously lead wells, these two big ones here in the middle will probably be for leads or cables. This will be for probably an extension cord or as remote, and then this may or may not be used as a lead well, but it's kind of there if it need be. And then for the lid, I'm going to do kind of the same thing it got going on here. We got round stock kind of over everything to where no matter where he's pulling his cables from, that it's not on a sharp edge like this would be right here. So this is kind of, that's why everything here is rounded. And then for the lid, we're just going to have a piece of plate sitting up on some round stock and then hinge it on the back side here. I've yet to figure out what we're going to totally do with this yet. I got some ideas, but I kind of sold myself short. I wish I would have taken and given a few more inches in here, and then taken an inch or two away from the toolbox. But we're going to make it work. We'll try to figure it out. Now, I just got the lids all tacked up. Nothing special on there. But I'm not going to weld them out yet because I was originally planning on using 1/8 inch plate for everything back here. But because we need to make this lid here so big for the jack stands to fit in, I'm going to go ahead and get some 3/16 plate for the back deck. So before I weld any of this and maybe cause a problem here, because there's going to be a weld seam all the way down each side here. So before I weld this and then have to cut it all back apart because something warped or need to modify something slightly, I'm not going to weld any of this yet. But big toolbox there, and this here, another big storage area goes up into there. How I did this one, I didn't want this lid to sit on the deck and route around, so I got some 2-inch flat bar that I raised above the deck height, 1.25 inches. So that's why there's gap all the way around. But that way, if whatever paint job is on it, it's not going to be, it's not going to be resting on the bed as it's going down the road, on the bedded surface, that is. So that's pretty much, we got a lot done. It's not perfect. One of you guys asked me to show you how the hitch is on here. There's nothing special to it. I am going to add a gusset on either side for the chain loops back here, but this is all pretty strong. This is all 3/16. Everything from here down is 3/16 as far as the framework goes. So there's that. This here is warped ever so slightly, so I'm going to try to tweak it if I can to make it look right. Everything is, all the measurements are right, but it's kind of, when you put this much weld into anything, it's gonna warp it. We just try to limit it, but got to work on doing a little bit of maybe tweaking that a little bit. But other than that, the only, like I said, the main question here is we want to be able to turn the bottle on from this side if he wants to do that. Settling is obviously going here, but we need to figure out some sort of trap door where he's able to more or less swing past here, get his gauges on, and then be able to turn the bottle on and off here. That way they're on the same side. If not, no big deal, we'll get them over here. But the last thing to figure out is the filler neck, and I haven't decided if maybe I'm going to tuck it down in here or maybe within this here, the auction where those are going to go. But other than that, everything's looking well. Okay, so the gentleman who's getting this bed, he's a fan of Waylon Jennings, so we cut this out. So my plan is to somehow bring this back here and just bring it out maybe an inch and a half, 2 inches at the most, and figure out a way to backlight it. So this will be his tail lights and whatnot. So this is going to take a little bit of time figuring out and trying to get everything situated, but that's what we got so far. And all this is kind of a catch-all area where, to me, lineup clamps, miscellaneous pipe clamps, that kind of stuff can go up in here. We'll have a little lid there, and then we'll have one lid that will pretty much span almost all the way across for his drop up for his jack stands. Drop down, I guess is what I was trying to say. I don't even know. But that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate everyone watching. I guess we'll just kind of see the next part whenever we get to there. So that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. See you all in the next video.